Man, Matt Ryan does it again. He is Constantine through and through. What's up, Universe, and welcome back to the web's first must-see comic and nerd culture show. Welcome to Comic Universe, guys, where I'm your host, as always, C-Dubbs, guys, and as you can see, still riding solo on this video. And, guys, today we are talking Constantine City of Demons. I saw this as a whole piece, one movie, if you will. I do know that it had been broken up into individual episodes, I believe, on CW Seed. And it does take the Constantine as we know and love from the CW verse and kind of tells its own story. Now, there are some inconsistencies between even the CW Arrowverse version of Constantine and his background and this, but they're kind of minor. There's nothing too major, maybe just some slight name change. Not slight, but basically some name changes and just some really I guess the way some of the characters are portrayed in the timeline and how long the friendship or the way the friendships have kind of melded, if you will. But overall, it was really good. It still stays pretty true to both the source material in terms of the feel and what you come to expect from the CW version of Constantine, as well as the comics and Hellblazer, if you will. It does a good job at really melding the two together. The animation is pretty good. It's on point. It's nothing to write home to mom about, but it's not bad. It's what you've come to expect from DC animated movies, if you will, on par with the best of those, as well as on par with the likes of like Batman the Animated Series. Really good, crisp, clean, nothing too dark. The cells aren't too shaded. You can see everything fully. This movie is rated R for sure. There's lots of torture and there's some slight pornography in it, or I should say nudity, not pornography, nudity, and some heavy, obviously demonic themes, and as Hellblazer and Constantine should be. To be honest with you, it's not for everybody. It's not necessarily always for all ages, regardless of it being animated. And it was just really good to kind of see Constantine be himself. Matt Ryan really does the job, if you will. He plays the part to the T. He embodies the character. I'm so excited. It really did hurt me when the show was canceled. I'm really glad he was brought back to the CW Arrowverse. And I just wish he would have a live action adaptation to continue on his legacy. Because honestly, from here on out, whenever I think or I read Constantine, he's who I hear. In my opinion, he's solidified. I think he might be the best cast person in all of the CW shows, including Arrow, Flash, and Supergirl herself. I think he was born to play the role, in the same vein of the likes of Wesley Snipes for Blade or Patrick Stewart for Professor X, Charles Xavier. Truly, I think he owns the character. He's made it himself. I think he's even put a little of himself into the character as well. As like I said, when I read the character now, he's kind of who I expect to hear behind the voice. He has made his way, I think, into the echelons of, your Mark Hamill's, if you will. He's just the perfect voice actor for that particular character, I think. And, again, it is not like the best movie. I did really, really enjoy it. It's one of my favorite DC animated movies, actually, just because of the content and the character. I just like the occult and, supernatural aspects of these characters. I really applaud them for not putting Batman into this movie or finding a way to put him into this movie. DC has a really bad habit of doing that. DC and Warner Brothers, they just, I get it, he's your cash cow. Everybody knows him. He's everyone's favorite. Let's put him in everything. Sometimes he doesn't belong in certain movies. He just doesn't fit in the story narrative. And this would have been one of those cases, but he's not in it, thank God. Even though, honestly, he is my favorite DC character, I'm very glad Batman was not in this movie. Overall, I'd give it a solid 5. I mean, I don't really have anything negative to say other than some weird name changes. It could just be some errors that, maybe the person who wrote it wasn't watching the show or reading the comic books. But overall, he got the understanding of the arc of the character. He understood the Hellblazers. We got to kind of see some insight into the Hellblazers. We got to see the first incident play out where Constantine, unfortunately, does, sacrifice a little girl unintentionally while trying to save her. And other than some of the name changes, we actually get to see Constantine cry and show some emotion. And to be honest with me, when it comes to Constantine as a character, the story, he's one of those characters where the character takes precedent for me over the story. As long as the character's portrayed well, written well, acted well, whatever the case may be, the story can be subpar. I don't need it to be the most grandiose story, as long as the character is being himself, snarky, the cup is half empty type of look out on life. He has the best intentions and somehow always finds his way to kind of mess things up and not know how to deal with it in the most healthiest ways. That's Constantine to a T. As long as he's like that, it's a win for me. This movie was a win for me. I recommend you guys go see it, whether it's in the individual, 5 or 6 minute episodes or the whole movie as itself. I would suggest the whole movie just to get it one and done and you're over with. But again, guys, if you've already seen it, if you've been currently watching it, let us know in the comments below what you guys thought. Are you on board with them doing more things like this or not? And guys, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. Then let us know what you guys thought. Guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on the video. I'm C-Dubbs, and I'll see you guys in the universe. Peace.